So this celebrity is getting roasted and destroyed online. For those not familiar with her name is b.simone. She gained most of her popularity when she was a cast member in Wild 'N Out back in 2017, and she would go to later on create her own beauty brand. Some people consider her as talented and funny with an outgoing personality.
Baby girl, baby boy, everything in my life, I have manifested it. These edges, they were gone as fuck, manifested them back. Everything I have, my dream career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband.
She's been in many controversy during her career, the most notable one being when she said she wouldn't date a 9-to-5 worker.
He can't have a 9-to-5.
What? So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
So
like,
he can't
clock in and clock out.
No.
But recently she's being criticized for a recent episode of her podcast she posted, where she exposes herself as a bad friend and a horrible human being in general.
There's been so much financial, just my finances, like the budgeting. You see how I am, nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah,
like I notice it in me now, just nitpicking, and it's not even. I just don't have it like to spend the liquid. Yeah, I'm used to having liquid.
So this grown woman is out here on a public podcast complaining that she has to budget, the thing that any normal human being does on a regular basis. You know, recently things have been really hard on me. The other day, you know, I went to this store, you know, and I saw a shirt that I thought I wanted to buy, you know. I wanted to buy that shirt, and when I read the price tag, you know, I realized I couldn't afford it, you know, and I just had to make the decision to save my money, you know. It's so, this has never happened to me before, you know. I don't know what is really happening these days, you know. So she's complaining that she had to switch from going to Bloomingdale. Actually, it's my first time to hear about that. Apparently, it's like a high-end fashion brand. So she's complaining that she couldn't go there because she couldn't afford it, and she had to go to H&M. And she's making it sound like H&M is some cheap-ass store. Bruh, I can't even afford anything there. So it will not stop there. She would continue to go on and expose herself as a bad friend.
I think about all the things I did in my past for people, for friends, for niggas, for family, for the wrong people. The money I done gave people money. I done bought houses. I done paid for divorces.
Now think about how I feel as your friend.
First of all, I have to say, people who go on the internet or generally in a public setting and talk about how they gave money to people or did some random generous actions, they are usually full of it, because people who usually do good things for other people don't expect anything in return. They just do it because of how it will make them feel personally, and they don't really need to tell it to other people to get the validation. People like that usually have like an ulterior motive behind those actions, and for her specifically, we're going to see why.
About how I feel as your friend. I mean, this was the hardest season of my life this last year, and sometimes when the public perception is like being a best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, when I tell you, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom, all this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like I love from that's my soul, and I can't get nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid. Because whatever I'm building my story too.
So I believe her friend here is in an abusive relationship, and she should find a way to get away from her as soon as she can, cause ain't no way she was watching her struggle with all those stuff why she could have easily helped. She could have written those checks. She could have, done something. And she's apparently doing it for everybody and everyone else, random people. And you, her friend, who's struggling, who's having a hard time, she's not doing anything for you. This is not God taking you through a tough journey. It's God showing you that you are surrounded by fake people. No real friend is giving opportunities to strangers and other people while watching a friend who she's supposed to care about struggle with stuff that she can easily solve.
Nobody does that ever.
And just when you thought she couldn't manage to make herself look any more worse as a friend, she proceeds to admit that she got jealous when her friend finally put herself together and got successful without her.
Recently, I have this opportunity and I called you and I told you about it. And you were just like, okay. Mm-hmm. And you called me back.
I called her right back, y'all. I was
And
so
you were
convicted.
like-
I was so convicted.
You were like, I didn't like how I felt when you told me that. And I was like, what do you mean? You were like, I don't know what it is. I'm talking this out in real time. But whatever it is, I don't like what I felt. And I said, did you feel jealous? And you were like, I don't think I feel jealous. But like, will we be able to do what we did before?
Yeah.
Will it happen for us again?
Yeah.
And that's when that's how we got on the conversation of you letting go of the hurt and not being traumatized by your past.
Because we went through all the emotions. She's like, are you angry? Are you sad? Are you jealous? I was like, I'm not jealous because I don't want what you have. I'm sad and I'm angry and I'm upset that I'm not doing it with me.
Yeah.
Like, we're not working together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have that. Y'all, let me tell you something. Anybody that's in my circle, I want to work with you. I want to put you on. I'm putting you in position. I like doing it together.
You do.
I don't know how she thought it was a good idea to post this. Her production team must really hate her to allow that this podcast episode sees the light of day. And her friend here should just find another friend because she is not really her friend.
Ash, do you think you're a good friend?
I do.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I try to adjust when issues are brought to me. I think that's what makes a good friend. Like, I try to hear my friends. I try to... And I mean, I guess I can't say I'm a good friend because I am a friend to me.
For sure.
I do think I'm a good friend. I treat myself very well, and I'm working on treating myself even better. But I feel like my heart is pure.
Yeah.
I feel like I have good intent. And when there is an issue brought to me, I try to adjust.
Yeah,
I take
you
it to
do.
heart. I take it to heed.
Yeah.
I take it to heed. I don't even know if that's the right way. I take it to heed.
You've been reading First Kings and King James.
Take heed to it. But do you think I'm a good friend? That would be a question for one of my friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anything that I can do better in this season, let's say it right now and let's say it publicly and let's hold me accountable to making those steps.
I think you're an amazing friend. I think you
It sounds like b.simone was not helping her on purpose. There are people like that in the world who just keep people around them who they know they are doing much better in life than, and this gives them this sense of superiority. And that's about it. So hit a like if you like this video. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to reach 1000 subscribers. See you on the next one. Peace.